Welcome back to the Home and Abroad podcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us, it's a space for all like varieties of exciting conversations about issues that affect us home
And
and
abroad.
abroad.
Mm. I mean, people are like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, we are just two bunch of friends that like to have fun and have intellectual conversations about happenings back home. That's in Nigeria where we come from.
Yep.
And also things around us here while we are abroad here in the US. And we try to like sort of merge all of these conversations together and see how we can benefit from it, what wisdom and knowledge we can actually get from
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah. So it's a I mean, we get to also see like, at least for example, when we post snippets on online, we see like people's inputs, sort of thoughts, ideas, and opinions about those things. So, as much as we are sharing what we think, our own opinions, we also get to learn from people too, and even offline too. Like people give like opinions about different things. At least, so
Yeah, we don't claim to know it all.
we don't know it all. No.
We don't know it all.
Nobody knows
Oh.
it all. Nobody knows it
We
all.
don't know it all. Oh.
In fact,
I
the
don't know.
moment you claim you know it, that's the beginning of your what's it
Or your
called?
demise. That's the word. Or your demise. But I don't know. Like we also want to use this opportunity to thank all our viewers and listeners as well. I mean, we see all of those shout outs, we see all of those comments, we see those reactions. And that's one of the reasons why we are attacking each
Yeah,
day with new episodes out there. That way we are constantly in your mind.
yeah.
And with that said, if you want us constantly in your mind, please let's just use these few seconds to do the right thing, which is let us subscribe.
Subscribe.
It only takes
We
1 second.
encourage us. You see, like those comments and subscription and all of those things sort of encourage you to want to keep going. You're like, okay, it's not just like I don't know how to put it, but it gives you the energy to want to continue pushing, even days that you don't even feel like or that you feel like So please subscribe. It's just one click.
Subscribe. Just one click of a button, honestly. And
Yeah.
I think we really want to get up there as like when it comes to that one stop platform whereby we could get all of the gists that's happening back home and also happening here.
Yeah.
And talking about gists, and in a way, it aligns with what this episode is all about. Like, I really don't want to give it a name just yet. I think people will figure it out along the way.
I think when we land is when
Yeah,
we'll figure out what we'll call it.
exactly. So talking about that, like, I'm trying to like, I think I need to do a good work, a better work when it comes to like narrations, right? And I mean narrations being able to like tie everything under one umbrella.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a lot of like rehearsing, bro. Rehearsals and rehearsals upon rehearsals, man. And I don't know just how conversant you've been you've been with the news back home, right? And it sort of aligns with the fact that there's a saying that it matters where you find your partner.
Hmm.
Hmm. I don't
Hmm.
know.
When you said it, I want to quickly digress. The first thing that comes to my mind is Spiral meeting is meeting
It's still
is
like
spouse in the club, and now people are saying Jesus maybe found his spouse to be your wife or partner in the club. Say if you like doing triangle,
video travel.
walk church and home, like get out there. But I don't know if like when you
It
said it,
is.
that was the first thing that
Kesh, you're absolutely right on the money, honestly. And I mean, it made me wonder, right? Because I'm like, things are changing, right? To be honest, like even the so-called,
Go, go.
I said, let me, I said, things are obviously changing. And reason why I said things are changing is that I don't know. And that's one thing about opinions, right? Opinions are bound to change.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we as humans, we need to be flexible, right? We need to be able to like adjust. It's in
Yeah,
our nature to actually adjust, right?
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember like growing up, I used to have that thought as well that it matters where you meet your spouse or your partner or your wife to be. Like, if you meet your spouse in the club, Ijuloma, Ijuloma, Julon.
And that's the saying that gives to my mind, like a partner or a wife that you meet at like a dance party or like a show or whatever. At the end of the day, that person is going to be distracted, and you are going to lose that person probably back to that lifestyle. Or
Back to that lifestyle. And like I said, when I started this conversation, I said things are obviously changing, and we as humans, we need to change with it. And this is me trying to like change that wokeness or change that nature or change that narrative. Let's
narrative.
put it like that. Because right now, even the so-called, okay, regardless of whatever it might be, right? It's you going to the club or having a good time. Let's put it like that, having a good time. How you choose to have a good time is
Is your
different
purpose.
from, yeah,
And it's different from people to
it varies individually, right? And I don't think that in itself should matter if you are a good person or not, if you're going to turn out to be a good spouse or not. And because I believe that if you probably not exposed to that lifestyle before you maybe become an item, which whoever you choose to be a partner with, if you're not properly exposed to that, and boom, it means that there's that shakiness in it in a way when you eventually decide to like settle down. So unless you are really, 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 really grounded, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just putting it out there, like, because I've seen couples that are married and they still like they take time out of their busy schedule as well. They to go to the club. I mean, just two of them
yeah. I mean,
to release stress.
if it works for them, yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean,
again, thinking about like, for example, meeting your partner in the club, it's also sometimes it depends on what the circumstance, what the situation around it. It could be, for example, someone might be visiting the club or going out with friends for the first time in club, and then they meet his or her partner. That's a very different case compared to like a regular member of of a club,
let me
and then
complicate it. Should I
yeah,
complicate that aspect for
yeah.
you? So now I don't know whatever that Spyro's future bride was doing. What if she was twerking? Would Spyro have actually walked up to her? I don't know. Like,
I mean, we don't know what he's attracted to and what they say different stroke
strokes for
for
different
different
folks.
folk. Maybe that's what maybe even like that kind of thing. We really do not know. And where things happen really, people meet in different places. Like, okay, for example, to digress again, I know someone, and he was telling the story of how he met his wife, and they met in prison. He
They
was
met in
actually,
prison.
yes, he was actually in prison for some issues that happened. And I think the woman at the time was doing some outreach, and
Oh,
so
wow.
that's how they met. And today they are still married. They still celebrated like maybe 20 or 25 years.
Look
So
at that.
like
Changing the
so
narrative as well.
so like meeting someone in prison is supposed to be a red flag. Really.
Mm.
Because
hmm Because what were you
because
there for?
uh,
Yeah. What were you in there
what I,
for?
so like, but bringing it back to, so that's what I'm saying, like maybe twerking or whatever. Even if, like, say for example, she works at the club as and they still ended up, falling in love. And they say these days, I mean, not even these days, love, sometimes you cannot even understand. You cannot, you
Hmm.
can't, sometimes it doesn't make sense. You get
I
what
know,
I'm
and
saying?
I get you honestly. It really doesn't make any sense, and I'm going to like reference an instance as well, right? This is the ones we've talked about now are stuff that happened back home, right? Or currently happening back home. Now, to bring it back here, I don't know, Utas now, the popular fast food Utas, H-O-T-E-R. Yeah.
HOTERS.
You know how
I've heard of it, but I really
you've
don't
never,
know.
you don't really know, oh man. So when you when you walk into an Utas, like there's the people that actually attend to you are majorly ladies. They are ladies. There are no men,
Okay.
and they are dressed a certain way.
Oh, wait, I know it. I know it, but keep going. I
They
know
are
it.
dressed. You
I
understand?
remember now. I know it.
Bro. They are dressed a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen a scenario whereby I went with a friend one time to just go eat, and for some weird reason, that was how he met this guy, this lady there. On that particular day, she was dressed in such outfit, obviously because it is
It
work.
was work. Yeah.
And when they started talking, he got to know that um beside those what's it called, the appearance and everything, she was a very intellectual like lady, you understand, and she was not, in fact, the thing prompted the guy to actually ask further questions, and by the time you know it, she said she's in school doing her bachelor's or doing her undergrad in what's it called, there's one course like that, you understand what I'm saying, and
This is what they call don't judge the cover by its book. I decided to, because I've been seeing people, the motivational speakers, flip it now.
you try to switch it in, but I think it's just like I said, if you carefully assess
Mhm.
the perspective from the individual angles, right, you would realize that not all thing is a red flag at first, because
Yeah.
based off of
And not
the like
every,
appearance, yeah.
yeah, not
Uh,
everything is, it doesn't, it's not necessarily like what you see is not what it is necessarily. Like you have
mm,
to dig deeper. And some people are probably maybe at like that lady that you're talking about. Maybe she's just doing it to, you know,
get money.
get money. So it doesn't really define her. She's just so like there's more to it basically. Like so, and you have to find out. I met different people at the club, and it's beyond just. I mean, yes, that's how they like to have fun, but that's not all that is about them. Like there's who are
There's so
doing.
much more. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I think it's just we as humans, we need to be careful because we see them at a certain establishment. We need to have thought about things from different angle. Like what if the person is just trying to make money in the sense of that lady? And okay, about the spiral future bride to be, what if she's just hanging out with friends and maybe a couple of our friends likes to go to the club
But by association and
by
proximity, she
association and
gathered.
proximity,
And
and
look at her testimony today. Look what God has done.
and now a lot of like Christian ladies were like, they felt betrayed, and I'm like, well, sorry, you.
Because the post that I was referring to was, I mean, not attacking him, but was just, it's trying to say, oh, Jesus brand, Jesus boy, Jesus whatever has left. He has left church. He has left church to go and find love in the most odd
In the
place.
most odd places. And honestly, it was an interesting week, to be honest, because it got, now, such news when it breaks out like that, people are
Yes,
now
going to
analyzing.
different
Ah,
analysis.
and what we don't know is that it has uh given birth to more people now, like thinking of the idea as well. Like that's the beauty about it. That
Yeah.
like with that news out there, I won't be surprised if a lot more people are more comfortable now to, you know what? And again,
So
a lot of people too will strategize and
yeah,
strategically
people.
place themselves.
Yeah, I think another, now thinking about it, maybe not as important as like the whole topic itself, but another thing is when, because people are going to definitely ask about your relationship and like how did you guys meet. I think to be able to answer that question, most people try to meet people in
Or you
a,
feel like they are
like,
embarrassed to say when it
so
comes
to
down to
say,
that.
yeah, like, oh, they want to say, oh, I went for a conference, like something as posh as I went to a conference and then we're having it, or it was like something
Something that
generally acceptable and
so it's a case of so what you're saying now, let me
yeah,
understand you. So it's a case of they want to also preserve the how people perceive
I
them.
think like, oh, like of all places,
Other people's
it's just like
perception
you
of
meet
them.
your
Yeah.
pap at the restroom, like type of like just trying to make it as posh as possible as it can be. Like okay, this thinking came from a movie I watched last week, and she met. Okay, so she was realizing when people would ask her, "How did you guys meet?"
Attitude me, yeah, yeah.
And now she now began reflecting on like, how do you even say this kind of thing? So she had a boyfriend at the time. The boyfriend was trying to scam this guy. The guy is a white guy living in the UK. So the boyfriend was trying to, at the time, was trying to scam this other guy, and so he needed her basically to
Our
be able
vocals.
to complete the transaction, and that was how she got talking with this guy that she eventually, you know. So it was through that conversation, because they had to build like relationship and everything, and then this other guy messed up. I think he used the money for something shall happened between them. But then she continued on with that part of conversation and relationship, and it blossomed into something bigger. So now, like, she was now back to the reflection, like, how do you
Do
even,
I tell people how we
like, maybe
met?
how do you say, like, it's so messed, like
I
the
guess it's out
foundation
there
is messed
already.
up.
No, I guess it's out there already because already we know the story now.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
think she has
So, but
any.
then, she opened up to this guy, like, oh, it was calm, I'm sorry. And then they reconciled and, moved past. So, like, but look at the foundation is so, it's just messed up. So, like, how do you tell that kind of story, especially on your big day? Like, oh, tell us.
How did you two meet? How did you two meet?
He was saying it's calm trance. So, I feel like subconsciously, too, we try to,
I think
oh, we met, we
yeah,
met
I
in
understand.
church.
I think I
We
understand
met
you.
in a very decent place. We was through a friend, like things like that.
Mm, but then again,
It's
I
just a
think
thing of
it becomes.
embarrassment or shame,
I think it becomes boring as well. Like when it all follows the same pattern.
like it's
Oh, yeah,
conventional and stereotypical
stereotypical
ways
how it
of
should be.
meeting people. You
Hmm.
want it to be dramatic,
Yeah, because I feel like that's the fun part, right? Because speaking to this,
and it
right,
makes it unique too. Really,
it makes you what?
it makes it unique. Unique, like if it's we met at something that is very not common.
Yeah. I mean, I won't be surprised if somebody met. I mean, for instance, there was one is I think it was on Instagram. I saw that video of how they were in two different countries. One is in Canada and one is in UK. And the guy in UK was just maybe having a terrible year, right? I think he was laid off his work. He lost his. I think he lost one of his parents, and he was feeling stressed. And then there's this carnival. There's this carnival that happens in Canada, and the guy just said, "You know what? I have friends there. I might as well just
And
go and this thing." Trust me, in that carnival that day, that was how we met this lady, and they've been talking since then. They said they've been talking since like. The funny thing is, they only talked for like a month before the guy said, "You know what? I'm gonna ask this girl out." And they because I follow them a lot, and then two of them they've been cool-headed people. So you look at scenarios like that, and it kind of reminds me of when I think my ex, and I think I went to meet the parents
Mm.
somewhere in South Carolina, and the first question is the dad asks is, "How did you two meet?" I think the lady hesitated in a way, and I'm like, "No, I was confident telling the man that, oh yeah, we met on a dating app."
Yeah, or
I
like
said we met on a dating app, and I one thing about me is that I always follow up like telling them just the advantage of like the dating app or what I presume to be the advantage at the time. Because I'm like, you know what, like, see, for me, for an immigrant that just comes into the country, it's very, I won't say difficult walking up to a lady. I won't say that. Most times when I've walked up to a lady, I'm having to like pronounce my name like 4 or 5 times before they know. So imagine if I can't, if I
that,
can't get,
that's
if I
a
can't
rough
get you,
start.
imagine if I can't get you to understand my name from the get go.
That's a very rough start.
It's already a rough start. So there's already the barrier of accent, right?
Mm.
And for
Uh,
me, I'll be, if I'm having to repeat myself like for every word you
it's
don't hear,
frustrating too. Like
it's frustrating. If I the conversation is no longer free flowing. Imagine that I
now
even
you
had
have
to
to
pick up.
focus on English grammar, sentences, and like why is this supposed to be hard?
Yeah, and imagine that what's the word? Imagine that I'm having to repeat myself every now and then on a particular word. It doesn't make the conversation free flowing. Even imagine that I
Then
had
you have to start
rehearsed,
thinking everything.
rehearsed the pickup lines. It's a problem.
The pickup is not now pick up.
It's not picking up. So, but if there was something I realized is that because one thing about me, I tried both, right? Like if I went down the route of like meeting them on dating apps and then we got comfortable and then we switched to I don't waste time on like dating app, then we switch to the calls. So now they have an understanding that you know what, it's just the accent, it's not a problem. Because normally when you chat, they see the way
Yeah,
your
the
grammar is, you understand the way you presented yourself, like, and so it's so easy for me to now say, you know what, okay, now let's talk. And from there, it's that transition is quite easier
yeah.
than, you know what, me
Yeah,
walking up to.
from
So
yeah.
I told this man that reason, and I told him amongst other reasons that I mean, virtually every lady here thinks you're a serial killer.
I also respect people that slide into DM and walk their way from the
Yeah,
DM
from the
to
GM. I mean, imagine, you see how eventually people became comfortable saying, "Oh, I slid into a DM."
yeah. Yeah.
When they asked,
And
"How
I've
did you
even
two
seen
meet?"
ladies too do the, like from DM is where they at least I know there's this particular Twitter influencer that she was the one that
That's
he
another
spoke
narrative
into
that,
it. He spoke into existence, and
that's another
she got her man, and they're still they are doing well.
that's another
Yeah,
narrative that. Do you think like more women should shoot their shots?
man,
If a
allowed.
lady
It's
shot
allowed.
her shot to you,
Yeah,
if a lady shot her shot, would you
I'll
kind of
consider
look
it.
at it?
I'll consider it, and if it's something I want, I'll do it.
But what do
I'll-
you feel? Do you think it's like
Yeah,
contrary to
the narrative is maybe to reduce their value, but for me personally, I don't see it that way.
mm,
So, but I don't know what's the general like how people other people feel about it, and I also think it's how you go about it. There's a way you push yourself to someone that will make it look as if you are desperate. But if you come like very technical
Joshi
and
Morino?
witty about it, like I would just respect the game as the game. Like wow,
Hmm.
you get. So I won't say it from that angle of maybe you're of less value or you shooting your shot means you don't know yourself or anything. Personally, I don't think about it that way. And I've had one experience like that. Although it didn't work out, but at least we got talking. So like if it's something I will consider and it doesn't reduce the lady's value for me. If you don't do it in a desperate way, because I've seen desperate desperate shots too that was not even a shot. It was just like, like no, 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 no,
No, no, no, no,
this
no.
is not how they play the game. No, no, no. Like, and if you, my concern is, even if this doesn't go well, if you continue this way, they will mess you up. You will be
Mm,
taking, like, they will take
advantage of.
advantage of you, and you end up being traumatized on this old, like,
In
when they
fact,
still love,
in
you
fact, in
will
fact,
not come out alive because
exactly, in fact,
you get,
in
so it's
fact,
more of pity, like, this game you are playing, no, they don't play that. But I really do not know. Maybe it's just like, it was just like that for me, or if it's, but it's just like general fear, like, no, don't do this, don't do this. This is too much.
I think another reason why they'll probably not like shoot their shot is like also, I believe ladies also can handle rejection the way guys. I
I've said
mean, I
it
think,
one time, and the lady was like, "No, it's not like that." I'm like, I don't think ladies can handle rejection when it
trust
comes,
me,
because
I don't
men,
think
yeah,
that.
men are comfortable shooting 100 and just getting two. It's fine.
So now that's see how you're unlocking imaginations in my head now. So if men are actually comfortable shooting
Mm-hmm.
100 shots,
Mm-hmm.
is it a case of they don't know what they want? Because if you know what you see in a lady, because is
But
if you
your
have a
spec,
no if the number goes to like
but your spec
100,
sometimes is
listen,
not definite. Sometimes,
okay, as you are
some,
changing, your spec is changing.
some, sometimes.
But I think let me just land this just real quick. Now, he just unlocked that aspect that says that, you know what? I believe for a fact that if you have an understanding of the kind of woman you want, there's no reason why you should be shooting 100 shots.
100 shots. Well, what if you shoot like your spec, you shoot and the shot did not land? You have to you have to move on to the next. And some people even do it for just ego and testing their game.
Mm,
So like it's not even about conversion for them, it's about like how potent is my skill set?
kill
How
set,
potent
how put is
is
the
my
horror.
tool? You get, so like there are these five ladies and I want to see how many I can land or how many I can convince. So like they try to, so they're not even, it's more like a context rather than actually, it's now when everything now you then it becomes another problem, which I mean, I don't think we are going into that. But again, like I said, I don't think, I think you can have like spec, but it can come in different form, you know? If you like Big Bomb Bomb, for example, Big Bomb Bomb is on a spectrum, right?
But then
You get,
I
like,
will understand that one.
you
I will
get, so
understand.
like you
See, I
can
will
see other,
understand. Listen, I will understand that big bomber because I'm pretty sure that
see
that
me
would be
talking about Big Bomb.
this is not
Why
us on the
why
normal
is the
day.
Big Bomb Bomb that I pick? I see somebody's intellectual reasoning. I did not pick that.
That's another
But
fallacy
yeah,
as well. That's another fallacy as well. There's no way you can tell me that you fall in love with somebody. Like, okay, I'm of the opinion that on most occasions, right, people are easily like driven by what they see first before they can start thinking about, oh,
men
men are, yeah.
especially.
So
It's what I'm seeing that will attract me or draw me
on
before I now
and
start
then
going.
on rare occasions, do you see people? I'm not saying they don't exist that actually like the person for the intellectual, for the intellectual. You get what I'm saying?
Or
Intellectual
intellectual
ability
alone. It has to be
alone.
coupled with,
Now, I need to even now like explain that scenario.
yeah.
In most cases, see, on
Mhm.
such occasion, right,
Mhm.
the guy has probably been friends with the lady. I mean, maybe just friends.
Like okay, they've had like mutual.
And yeah, and then all of a sudden he just it comes to a realization that come on, oh no, he's smart, oh. But how come I've not been noticing her in the romantic way? It's because she didn't have the features you normally go for. You understand?
I hear what you're saying. I still,
So I see that's how I feel because you're not because you think at times, okay, you see even the ones that have big bum bums, they have problems. They come with problems. But yeah, I think that's just what me. I think it's just on the lighter side, on lighter
Yeah,
notes.
but for men shooting shot, I feel like there are a lot of people that actually fit your spec
Mm,
physically.
mm.
Like the range of people that, oh, these are the kind of people I like. Why am I doing my hand like this? These are the kind of people I like.
Other, other thing is, yeah, men should don't mind what I
Shoot your
said
shot.
earlier.
Oh,
Shoot as many
keep
shots as
shooting.
possible. You need
Keep
it. You need it to build character. All those rejections,
Yes, man.
build
Yeah.
character. You need it. You
For
need it.
public speaking, communication, all those things. There are so many things that
Mm,
comes with,
there's so many that comes from just expressing yourself and
yeah.
shooting your shots. I mean, you learn a lot of like how to
And
communicate.
landing that woman is a byproduct and a gift of that process itself. So
Trust the process, man. Trust the process.
God, oh, it very interesting.
Very
Uh,
interesting. Very interesting.
so talking about, I mean, I don't want to bring this in, but it was just like, this talking stage of a thing. Like, when does billing become a thing that you can actually entertain, especially for like you're just meeting someone, you're still talking? Should billing even be part of the conversation, if at all?
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. Honestly, I don't believe like, oh, because somebody comes into your life all of a sudden, oh yeah, I need to start billing them. Or all of a sudden
Now,
you have
our
expenses to
problems
pay for.
are
You
the.
have problems all of a sudden because no, I mean to me it seems like a red flag.
I asked, you will see why I asked the question like later on. I
Yeah.
just wanted to. I'll just remember like, okay.
Yeah. It feels like a red flag. And I'm not saying that you can't have problems, but the timing as well is
Mm-hmm.
well
It also,
is all it matters. If
yeah.
you so this is what I would normally think, right? I'll think like as a maybe as a lady, don't you think, let's just talk, don't you think that if I start billing somebody already when we like when we start talking, like it's already gonna like maybe push the person away. I
Yeah,
mean,
some ladies say they do it to know if you can provide for them too, or you can carry their financial burden, like as a
man.
test to prove yourself. That's one school of thoughts that I've heard or seen online.
So you're
You
telling
there?
me now, so they are telling me now that of all methods or methodology they can use, so that's the only one they arrive at to test if somebody can obey provider.
When I'm not World Bank, when I'm not NGO, why are you testing me?
So you can't, so you're not using, so the person is not using, for instance, now, I would think probably they can use something like, oh, when you guys go out on dates, who's paying?
Even yeah, that's another thing. Even who is paying
That's
is
even,
change has changed recently now. Like,
it has changed now to 50-50.
yeah, I met a lady that I wanted to take her out. I gave her like even outline. Oh, this is the plan. I want to take you out to this place and this place and this place. And then she declined. And why she declined was it's too much and she will not be able to afford it. I'm like, hold up,
No,
hold up.
wait a minute.
I am bringing the plan. This is the plan. I am going to fund it.
Mhm.
But she said no. So we shall agree to disagree, and we ended up picking one spot that she still insisted that she was going to at least pay. Although I think eventually, I think I paid, but that's aside the point. So what I'm saying is like she wouldn't go on a date with me if she would not be able to like contribute or pay. And I've met the 100-0. I've met, okay, you take me, and then our next date, I will take you, like all based on me, like different pattern. But that one stood out to me. Like that was like my first time experiencing like outrightly. Because we've not even gone on the date. This was pre, okay, like next week. Oh, are you free? If you are free, this is me. Gave I gave it.
But my own is, what would have been the other outcome if you did probably tell her? You just say, you know what? What are you doing on Saturday? I'm taking you out.
Well, with this kind of person, it will not even work because like she's not for the lack of better or readily available. Like you can't
Oh,
just
okay.
fall out of the. It's not like you have to secure the date. It's not someone you can just call out of the blue.
And were you
You get what
convinced?
I'm saying? So like I can't just
Another
say
question.
this Saturday, what are you doing? Let's meet.
So
It will not work.
another question is, it's not like invalidating your game or you know anything. No. But one question is, did you at any point in time were you convinced that she likes you?
Yes, I asked her and
Okay.
she said yes.
You asked that.
Yes, I asked her now. So like
Because I feel like
this date
certain way,
was not the beginning at the beginning. No, this
oh,
was
way after you guys have
way
established.
after.
Okay.
We even this date was way after. Like when we met once. Then she even invited me to one of her outing with other friends that I
Can I ask a
even
question
my
again?
own people. So like, and that was so we've established all of those things. So this was not me. I just carved this one out to be like, okay, like official, like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah.
one on one. Make I
Is she a firstborn?
no,
Oh wow, interesting. That's interesting. I mean,
not at all. But you see,
I've never been in such scenario because ideally, right? And the reason why I asked if she was a firstborn, maybe that's not even a good question to ask because most times, like the position of some ladies actually are in the family would matter a lot. If she's a firstborn that has probably been responsible for certain things all her life, then she would want a man
don't
to take care of
yeah,
her. Like she doesn't have
yeah,
to worry about anything, right?
yeah.
You understand? So she does it because she's done taking care of everybody. She
She
wants to
needs
be
or
taken
she
care
wants
of.
and
Is
she
that
needs someone that will take care of her.
that
Yeah.
will take care of her. So at times it now like turns out to be too much pressure on whoever partner they settle with.
Yeah, I think it's always a
Because now you have to so it's not like a
comes with the
battle.
responsibility you have to of who the responsible ones. You
So
are
you have
being
to be pleasing.
responsible for
So it's a crazy thing, right? So I mean, back to the question of like, was the question like who pays or something, or was
my initial thought or question was like, when does billing come
when
into
does billing
play?
come in?
Like at what point do you start, you know, entertaining conversations around billing or
Maybe after 6 months.
providing?
After 6 months, I've asked
Ah,
you out,
yeah.
and you're not gonna come. It's not gonna come from a place of like, oh, you asked me directly. I think I'll be more encouraged to help if I see the
See
situation
the
around
need
you.
and then you
If I see the
offer
need, yeah,
you
and I
offer like,
offer,
oh,
and I'm like, you know what, okay, because then again, if I'm dating or dated for that long or for that duration, I want to believe that I already know a lot of things about you already. I can sense that, oh, something is wrong, like you're not comfortable. There's a need that needs to be fixed or met. So I can easily just like suggest, hey, do you need my help? You understand? I think it's just ideal, but their own narrative of saying that it's a way for them to test if the guy is going to be provider is what I don't agree
I
with.
don't even buy
Yeah,
that idea. But it's
I
just
don't buy the idea. Yeah, I just feel like it's
let's be
just
in
again.
other places, please.
Yeah, that's me other
Like,
places. That's me other places are big.
oh man. Hmm. But yeah, she's not this particular person. She's not a firstborn. She's not.
She's not okay. I mean, I just sense that. I mean, but I'm encouraged though. Like, if I see a lady like that, also it could be so that's why I asked like are you sure she really likes you? There are some ladies that are they are so like a bicycle, like they are, I won't say conflicted, but they love but they just don't know how to show it. They have how do I problem, they are not expressive enough, like
Well, I mean, we eventually went on a date from that conversation, and it was a very pleasant one. I really do not know, but I think again that date was the was it the end for me? can't remember, but maybe like after we spoke and everything, I'm like, this thing will not work. It's fine.
Based
Uh,
on that issue,
no,
or
no,
what?
no, 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 no. Not based on that issue. Like when we actually got the time
Oh,
to,
okay, okay, okay.
like, where are you, what are you thinking? Where are you at mentally, emotionally? What are you looking for? Are you, and she was like, no, not now. This, that. That's to God be the glory. I'll see you in another one. But yeah, so we had like a pleasant date and we talked things out, and so I think it's just, again, I think it's just our style of operating. Maybe it's now different with other people. I really do not know, but that was my experience with this person. It was funny, but I mean, I also respect and understand coming from an angle like, okay, this is new, this is
This is
welcome.
new. Yeah.
But then there's a thin line between that and friction and arrogance and problem and having to plan things. If I mean, I really do not know how to balance that. Like, if I'm trying to take, well, maybe it will change if we eventually got into a relationship. That's another thing that I wouldn't know about.
So would you say now, based on that experience, not just based on that experience, but naturally for you, are you the kind of guy that loves to like plan, or you expect that
Mm,
you really want to like go, you want to balance it out with your partner?
Naturally, no. But based on past experience, yes, I decide to be proactive and be intentional about those things. And like, for example, a date, like plan it out, like this,
Mm-hmm.
and like not just do it as if it's like it counts. So I'm going to put my effort into this. So naturally, it's not something that I would do with all joy, but over the years, I just like, okay, this if this thing is worth it, then you can also like invest energy into and planning into it. So it was something I developed on the road.
You learn on the job.
I learned on the job. Oh. Yeah. So
Yeah, interesting. I love that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
you meet different people, different. Again, I think you just have to have your structure, your formation, and then maybe have like little plugins for additional, because you with your style you meet different people and they are requesting different things from you.
Updated
And
version.
then you become confused, like, in the past one, I did like this. They say it's not okay. Okay, I've now added this one. Now I'm doing it. You say it's too much. What do you actually want? So, like, at the
What
end
do
of
you
the
think?
night,
What, do you think we need to start like asking questions of like how do people, how would they like to be loved?
yes, that should be after
Really,
you
that
ask,
should be a
after you ask your
28
name,
question. Honestly,
your
after you ask
name,
your name,
family background, health issues. That's
and then you go on with the question of how would you love to be loved?
because
How
I,
would you
I
like to be
think it
loved?
will be a waste of effort, energy, time, resources if you are not speaking their language.
Mm,
So you have to ask from the get go. You need to know
nice. So, what be
because
your love language? What's your love language, Kesh?
the language thing is so many things, so many things,
I think one mistake we
and it's
make
a
is
mixture of
that
everything depending on
I
whatever.
was,
So
yeah, I
I
was
have
gonna
like
say,
ranking of
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that a lot of times people decide to go for one. And I'm like, if you look carefully in your life, all your life, we've all engaged in everything.
yeah, everything
All engaged in everything.
everything counts. So I think it's just like what's the situation, the time, and what appeals to you. I mean,
And
again,
it also shows you which one you are not really good at, and
yeah,
then you can work
yeah.
on. That's how it should be. I mean, that's how it should be approached.
And I
That's
feel
what I
like
believe.
again, some people activate some part of you that you never knew
New.
existed. Like you might feel like, oh, I'm not really someone that likes gifts. Like it's not my thing. And then you meet someone that they they understand the art of giving and gifting. And then they
It
start to
will change your narrative. You're
will
like,
change your life. Like you said,
like,
like
where
opinion
is
change.
money?
People feel like you be like, so I like this thing. Like You get, even if you might not be able to speak that language, it might also activate something in you. But like people activate different part of you, and you never just can determine how much you can change in specific
Mm, mm,
environment.
mm.
Well, again, different. Now
Strokes
I'm
for
going to
different
change.
folks.
I want to change it now. Different folks for different stroke. Ever since I heard
Ah.
that thing, it's always like flipping, flipping motivational quotes.
That's an interesting one.
So I think we should talk about the question you asked me. I think some days ago about cooking being a deal breaker or not be like. Can you marry someone that cannot cook?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I mean, personally for me, right, I have no preference, right? To be honest, I have no preference. It's just that when people cook for you, show appreciation, could you know? I'm serious. Show appreciation, man. And you see, let me tell you why um that has been my slogan for a while, right? So I used to live with friends like after school now when we got job back in Nigeria, right?
Mm.
We used to live together like five guys in like a one room apartment. And then there's this dude that loves cooking. No, no, it comes natural to this guy. He's my friend. Like his name is Olu. That's what we call him. And it comes natural to him. And there was one day I just sat down. I was taking a far back, like, no, it's really inspiring, right? Because it's not like before then I wasn't cooking or anything, but I find it so hard to cook because of just for one reason, like the amount of time and effort it takes to
Yes,
cook.
it takes a lot.
Only to just eat for like 5 minutes.
It takes a lot actually. It's
Like the return rate is so low.
Yeah, for an
Let's be
average
honest.
person, cooking is
So
it
now,
takes time.
ever since then, when I realized that, so anybody that just shows that, what's called that presence of like, no, he's cooking, he's taking, like, he's cooking not just for himself. Oh,
Like
that's the
taking
funny
care of
thing.
other
He's
people.
taking care of other people. Ah, no, no, no.
I
My
think
love for that person, my respect for that person just goes up the roof. It goes up the roof. And I'm like, so it changed my thinking, my thought that, you know what, if I decide to now like do this and maybe cook for anybody, me say I need my flowers, man. Because I always tell the guy, no, I tell the guy, I say, bro,
yeah, the
see,
first man to
if
ask for his flowers.
I'm serious, I always tell the guy that, see, after every meal, I'm always telling that, bro, no, this food is, thank you.
Thank
Like,
you, man.
I show
Because you
my, nah.
understand what goes into it, the effort, the time, and just to
So,
appreciate that person. So
yeah, you appreciate that person. And it could be in a very joking manner, like, guy, you do cook. And no, really, it sparks something in them. And like, oh man, they feel good about themselves. Like,
but and they
they
want
really
to
want to do more.
do more.
So, yeah. So for me,
Yeah, I
right,
appreciate
if,
people that cook, yeah. And they are and like most people that I've met that can cook or that likes cooking, they also like sharing the food, like because at the end of the
mm,
so I'm always happy to be in that kind of environment. I'm an appreciative good eater. Someone cannot even say take a piece these days. Everything has been
but
compromised. Everything has been compromised.
let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. I went out with some friends. I went out with some friends to play, to bowl. I went to the bowling, went to bowl work. They want you. It's so funny.
Now
Right?
thinking
I,
about it,
listen, that this story is so funny. Kesh, this story is so funny. So I was invited out to come bowling with a group of friends, right? So I think the high on which we were bowling, there were groups of like guys that were on the left side. They also came bowling with their friends. They were about four people, right? So I think there was this particular lady, like she was just missing
like
all our ball was just going down the drain to the gutter. You understand? And I didn't know where I was behind her. Like I didn't know when subconsciously I just said, used two hands, and the black guys there were like, pause. It was when they said pause. I'm like, damn, used two hands.
I like you will say something so innocently, not
So
even thinking,
innocently, I'm
and
like,
then someone
I had to think about it. I say, damn,
mess up, mess up.
messed up. I forgot. I have to big time.
Oh God.
It was a very funny, like, and the funny thing is I shouted as well, so everyone could hear me.
So it's not like a whisper, or
I
it's out.
was when the thing dawned on me, I was like, damn. So I can't even say I can't say stuff innocently anymore like this. So
But yeah, I appreciate someone that loves cooking and that shares the food. That's all I'm going to say. End of this.
end of discussion.
If you
Ah,
want to find out more, just I'll bring
cook
it.
and bring the food. But yeah, but what do you think? I think you said your own opinion
Yeah,
as well. So
outrightly too for me. Someone that cannot cook, outrightly for me is a no. Like if
mm.
asking me yes or no, no. Because I also feel like cooking is a survival skill.
But if I'm correct, that has never been like part of your top priorities when
No,
you're
no, no.
in terms of qualities you're looking for
It's
in a
not
lady.
like something that I'm looking out for specifically. Like, oh, like can you cook? Can you cook? Can you cook? Oh, cancel. No, but I think you should just be able to. That's
For
just
your
why.
own survivor.
Yes, at least. Like I told you again, not cooking is not sustainable unless you are very, very,
Rich.
very rich.
Mm.
And rich people can cook too. At least it's not a question of how often
Or
do
they
you cook.
or they
It's
or they
a
hire
question of
somebody
can you like. It's not a question of will you be cooking regularly or will you. Mm-mm. It's just a question of cook yes or no. No, it's a no for me too.
I think I like
You
that
get what I'm
breakdown.
saying?
I like that breakdown. No one is asking you or demanding you to cook regularly.
Regular, but can you cook?
Can you cook? I think I love that more. I think I love that
Yeah.
breakdown more because I think that's like, for instance, sometimes like you only have to like cook just to store and then you don't have to worry about going into the kitchen, right? So dedicating maybe like a weekend to that, cook all varieties
I
of food,
understand the stress and the effort that goes into cooking. So I get it if someone does not like cooking.
cooking, yeah, cooking, yeah.
I understand that. But that you cannot cook. And then I will start looking for other things that will make me make up my mind. Like, you see, I'll see you in the next one.
I know a guy that would, it has been his deal breaker. In fact, it's high on his list. And you know
Oh,
why?
really?
Yeah, it's high on his list.
Why?
You know
Why?
why? Because he knows how to cook.
Oh.
Ah, the guy enjoys cooking. Don't worry.
But
Every food
maybe to say now that you know how to cook, you enjoy cooking, then I don't need to
so that's where
now bring that
that's
to
where
the table.
now that's
Like
the
I don't even
mistake. That's the mistake they all make because now
you
one
get what
person
I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that would
because
be the
one person
argument.
knows how to cook. Yeah, because one person knows how to cook. He will tell you himself like there are days that he doesn't feel like it. So what happens on those days? Maybe it's food that will even cheer him up. And he finds it so hard to like eat out. That's another thing. You
I mean,
understand?
anybody that loves cooking will most
Hmm.
definitely not like
So it is high on his list. Like you should know how to cook. You should know how to cook. Me, I think for me, right, if I can hack that aspect whereby I don't have to spend 30 minutes in the kitchen. I mean, I still can cook, but it doesn't necessarily have to be
like
30 minutes.
reducing the time that you spend
Mm,
in.
because I even some days I starve myself, right? And not because it's intentional, it's because I feel like I could be using that time to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Like that time could be used for something.
you've
But
used for stuff. But but then I then now like realize that you know what, it's not even LD for me, right? Because even while I'm doing all of this stuff, like I might break down, I might get tired, and I need food to like nourish my body and
it's
stuff
the
like that.
essential.
So now I'm now conscious of like, you know what, there has to be one day or maybe an hour or a period or a certain amount of period of time whereby I'm not doing anything and I just say, you know what, I just want to cook.
Cool. Yeah, that's what
So,
I wanted to say. Like the method that I've seen online or everywhere that works is just meal prep, so that it saves
mm,
you. Like maybe weekend is when you choose, or like just make everything, store it up, and
yeah,
once you just
yeah,
because should be cooking like based on demand, like the we like especially for me, like in Nigeria that we cook based on demand. Like we need breakfast, we'll cook the breakfast,
you must be running
and
a
then
restaurant to sustain that kind of lifestyle.
and then when it comes to dinner, oh, this is what we're
You
going
cook
to
that.
because even thinking about what to eat
It's
is
stressful.
stressful. Why is everything just stressful?
It's stressful. It's stressful because I'm like, why can't my body make up its mind like on what to eat or what he or she
And
wants to
when you
eat?
finally find out what you want to eat or what you feel like eating, it's probably not readily available. Like, or it's going to be very hard to make. Like, you
I
can
mean,
be craving something one nonsense meal
obviously,
that you can't even have it.
and the way the mind works is that there are times that even when you have this food store
You are
like
not
prepped
just
already,
want to eat.
you're not just you don't want to eat what's in the house.
You end
You
up
just
eating
want to eat
food.
something outside. You understand? I'm like, it's very funny. It's really, really funny. But really, honestly, no one should be cooking every time unless the person owns a restaurant or something, because that's the only time it's ideal to be cooking every time. I'm serious.
But yeah. I mean, some people like it, and but
The
that's
the, R-
just the
the ROI on cooking is just so small, man. Unless say you they drive joy.
I would like to be close to someone that derives joy from cooking. That's
Ah, me and such a person will be close friends.
yeah. You count me in. Yeah, so like all these online chef, like where like after they show off all the things they like, what happens to all of this food? And there's
Another people that I respect as well is those content creators that they are also chef. I'm like, I wonder at times I just I'm like thinking in their head. I go through their thought process. I'm like, so I will set up or cut all of these things. Cameras
you
are set.
you must derive maximum joy from.
After I finish cooking, I will edit.
Yeah,
Boy, no respect. I respect people like that. See,
yeah.
I respect now. Like I respect hard work, and hard work comes in
So
different phase, man.
this guy, there's this guy that does food content. He calls it Balogun. Balogun fẹ́ jẹ kini kan. One day I saw the BTS for the one he did with Davido. Like the like the preparation, the voiceover, everything. But at least he enjoys himself. Sha. He will eat the food. But like it's really a lot goes into it,
A lot
basically.
goes into
A
it. A
lot
lot
goes
goes
into
into it, and that's why I'm never surprised when those guys start like raking in like ambassadorships
like
or
yeah, they've worked,
sponsorships.
they've
I'm
worked,
like, it's not easy because
you paid your dues.
see. I think another thing is that when you are not in that space, you don't realize just how much hard work goes into
Oh
it,
yeah, you just feel like, oh, is it not just to bring your food online?
and
Even some
maybe it explains the reason why a lot of people have not been able to like, or the person actually complaining have not been able to like get into it because trust me, man.
it's a lot goes into content creation generally. A lot goes into it. And if
Okay.
from the outside, from afar, it feels like is it not just to on camera? It's not.
Oh
So
boy.
yeah,
Yeah. Whoa, we spent an hour.
talking about wow, just wow. Yeah, so I think maybe now is a good time to bring out what like the question I asked earlier. So it happened that they met like I think 4 weeks ago. Let's say 4 weeks, and in like the first or second week, I can't remember the details now. The girl was asking him to buy a running shoe that is worth I think like $300.
Wait, one running shoe costs $300.
I really do not know, but this is true life story.
Wow.
So of course, like well, this is not going to work. So ghosted her and everything. Lady was now asking like, uh, the the shoe I asked for, you pretended not to hear it. I'm bringing it up again. You're not saying anything. Now you're using work to form busy, 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 and everything. Like sort of even asking the guy to apologize for like ghosting and not talking about the shoe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we haven't spoken in 2 days, blah blah blah. And I want you to be able to. So this is where I'm going. Like writing it out in spirit of open communication to show me like you're willing to protect me, provide and lead in, lead us into a relationship. Like if I'm asking you for a shoe of $300 and you are running away, you don't want to chest the bill. Like, this will set the tone for the rest of the.
So
So that's
because
why
now,
I asked, like, at what point does billing enter? And see this kind of billing now, $300 running shoe. What
that's
are you
so
running away from? What is chasing you that you are buying the $300 running shoe? What's it chasing you? Relax, relax.
he said, "What is what are you running?"
Nah.
So she's running away she's definitely running away from a problem, and the problem is glaring. So you are telling me that you can't find like a cheaper shoe that will still do what it's supposed to do.
And even if you find a cheaper shoe, must I be the one? It's just 4 weeks. We've only
So
met.
the
We
answer is clearly written. So she herself can actually afford 300.
She can't. You're saying she cannot afford it,
So it's not like she cannot afford it. So I feel like she probably has
but
assessed
she
it
will
and be
not
like,
buy it for
she
herself.
will not, yeah, she will not buy a 300 shoe for herself.
So now she's now looking for an NGO, right?
She will not, because I think first thing first, she understands that 300 is actually a lot.
Yes, for a shoe,
Because that's why it's not like,
for a running shoe.
okay, she might actually have, oh, she might actually have, let's say, for instance, she might probably have, I don't know her profession, but if I'm to ballpark, she might probably have thousands of dollars in her account.
Yeah,
I'm sure. And then that 300 is too much for her.
you pull and just go and
Because
splurge on a shoe.
a lot of ladies, they don't know. They probably don't know. They are conservative for certain things in their life. I think a lady will probably would invest more in her skincare than buy a running shoe.
Yeah, they will invest more in like wigs, skincare products,
Yeah,
makeup,
than buy a running.
jewelry, and like.
So they have like
But it's now
personal
me, son of
preference.
Adam, son of Abraham, that I did not eat apple, that will not come and.
And I don't know, man. Maybe our reasons for also testing if the guy is the provider.
Mm.
But I don't buy it as well. There are a lot of things you can,
Like,
if you need
to put
answers to
it into
certain
context,
questions,
4 weeks of talking in
yeah,
total.
if you need answers to certain questions, everything doesn't necessarily,
Or
or
you refer them to your
the
ex,
approach, yeah,
as I've provided in the past.
yeah, the approach doesn't necessarily have to be monetary,
Yes, or
yes, or
giving
something.
it to.
There are many ways. Like honestly, now you can test me with fire, but I'm just saying, man, because I'm like, nah, it's too lame to say, or to test if a guy is a provider or not.
Huh?
Let me be him. I don't
In
got it.
our words, you say it's important for me to know you are willing to protect, provide, and lead us into a
And
relationship.
then I just answer the question. No, I'm not. Then everybody goes their separate way because
Go and look for your leader.
God look for a leader.
You have president. Shebi.
Even me, as I'm sitting here, I have president. I have somebody. I answer to. Why am I leading you? See, that another thing is that why why should you trust me to lead you? That's the thing. You are a grown up. You're a grown up human being. I'm a grown up human being. All of a sudden, you think I should be able to protect you,
But ladies also, like, one of the things, generally speaking, that they ask for from a guy is someone that is able to lead.
bro.
Lead.
I can tell you for a fact. I'll protect them, right? I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. And then there was, I don't know, maybe
As
it
the
was a
head
joke.
of the home.
I don't know if it was a joke or whatsoever. But then there was this guy. He's a poet, right? And then he's been able to like merge it with content creation and all of that. He said there was an instance whereby they were met with a situation that got even him scared. And In that moment, the wife was like saying, I trust my husband. The guy had to look back and say, eh,
Would I don't even trust myself.
he said, you should be scared. Like if you are, because I won't like if my for instance, if I had like a wife now or maybe a partner, and then we saw something that both scared us, and she's pushing me forward, or she's not running, I won't take her serious. If she's not running, I won't take her serious. If she's not, if she's not running for her life, I won't take her serious.
The
If
person
she's
has
saying,
absolute trust in you.
if she's hiding behind me, I'm like, even me, I don't trust myself, bro. I'm serious. I don't know what see, I feel like one thing, if I'm met with something that scares me in this life, ah,
Mm.
and my partner is there, we both will run. Oh.
Yeah, I don't mind. Someone has casually asked me that, and I'm like, she was like, if let's say we go out now, somebody wants to maybe beat or I say, me, I will ask for, I will beg, do you expect me
Why
to
would
pay
I be
you?
throwing punch with something?
No, I'm a man of peace. I beg.
No, 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 no. I mean,
I don't know if
I
you
think
took
I
it
think there
against
used
you
to
or not.
be,
We never spoke about it.
yeah, there used to be a time whereby that question used to be a very popular question there that, oh, if I go and look for trouble,
Will you?
why are you looking
Why are
for
you looking
trouble?
for trouble? Let's even start from that's the first trouble.
That's a
Why?
problem. Why are you looking for trouble?
Now that you have looked for trouble, we will beg for forgiveness, Neo, my dear.
Do you know, growing up as a teenager, I thought, yes, that thing affected my psyche. I said, yes, yeah, I can be that kind of
Mm.
person. But over time, like, okay, look, for instance, now, maybe a lady has a lot of men like trying to woo her and she has to make a choice. And you are still there as a guy. Why am I competing with other? If you can't make up your mind, let me leave. Let me make it easy for you. See, this body is no longer made for fighting.
Right?
I mean, the only thing I'm fighting for right now is my future. Bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
Like
can't
they'll
do that.
still, fight for me. Like you to prove your words that you really want this.
No, 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 no. Why should I fight to prove my words? I don't understand. We are
No, like
not in
how much
those.
you value and cherish this thing. Like they say,
So,
what you love or what you like is what you fight for. So
no, that's not true. I disagree.
you like your life, you like your future. That's why you are fighting for it.
I disagree. I believe,
Show me what you got. Show me what you now who you want you. Now who you want you. I say I don't want to show anything.
bro. I mean, when men starts fighting Jackie Chan over trying to prove their words, I swear you've lost that
You
point
lost the
already.
fight.
You've lost the fight. Honestly, if you start doing now, there you go see guys go, they will be on the attack. Like Shagawa. They will be on the attack, be arranging for days, be see. There's a lot I mean, there's a lot to gain from just is it mystery or yeah, mystery, like being mysterious. I feel
Mm.
like a lot of times, like it gets to the mind of somebody else. Like, you know what? I want to know about this person that is really mysterious and keeps to themselves. Like, I want to find out. So, do you have two words, Nick? There's that.
Well, that's true, Cha.
That's just it, though.
It-
Please, no one should be fighting. Nah. If she made it to you that, oh, there's a lot of people on her roster, or she's finding difficult to what's it called, and then you are the one.
Hey God, though, who will now fight for me?
Honestly, I feel like I only all the people I actually walked up to and say, you know what, I actually took interest in majorly. We only had to talk like maybe 2 3 days for me to figure out, like, you know what, she
If,
likes me. You
if it's
understand? She
going
likes me.
somewhere or not.
Yeah, it's going somewhere or not. Because it won't be hard. It won't be stressful. Got to move on,
Mm.
yeah. Like, it's somebody that would eventually say yes to you. You know, go stress because the person go, because already you have something to offer because you're unique in yourself. Like, there's certain things that actually they gravitate towards that's so unique about you. So
For
that's just it.
people. should not be further mathematics that we now try solving, find x and square root of x and y.
Why am I doing this? Why? It's stressful. It's like you
Because
told
if
me you
it's
don't have.
stressful at the beginning like this, that means the it's going to be a long road.
It's gonna be a long road, though. It's gonna be a long road. Like, and again, I think the world has evolved, right? Nobody is playing. Nobody should be playing hard to get anymore, man.
Are you
Many,
sure?
no, so many ladies are so really so many. Listen, so many ladies are
I
single,
think it's
and
their
so many,
superpower.
and so many men are unwilling to go into a relationship.
Yeah, that thing it has caused like a shift. I'll
Mhm.
be in my shell. I'll also be in my shell. So
Imagine.
there's no, it's like
Men
a
are getting, yeah,
repel.
men, exactly, a repel. You understand? Men are getting comfortable with just be by themselves, like no stress. It's crazy. And a lot of women now are now being single or in their 30s are not
And
married.
they'll still not shoot their shot.
And they still will not shoot their shot. Look at the way we've like round or summarize all that.
What will not tell them?
So it's
But
really
yeah, I
crazy.
feel like there's been a shift, really. Like
Hmm.
from all this shakara forming, yanga, like all these things, especially on the ladies' part, like, wanting to be chased and everything.
Hmm.
And I think guys too, mentally, they've reached a point of what's even the point of all these things? Like, why am I even and just
I
being
want to
convenient and
I want to tell
everything?
you, I want to tell you a
And
secret. I want to tell you a secret. And this
yeah,
is a very interesting story. So in one of those communities, like there's this particular lady I like. I like to so there's one thing about me. My spec is not so hard to like
come by.
see to come by. You understand? They probably won't be the most beautiful, but there's just something about you can see just how secure they might be from looking from afar. Right? So I think I like this part. I like her just from little interactions here and there. We've never had like one of those DMCs, like deep, meaningful conversation. Would you
Oh
say?
shit. DN. DN.
So we've
We
never
learn
had
every
those.
day.
So we've never had those DMCs, right? So it's a case of like, oh, when we talk briefly, it's a lot of like chuckles, smile, and then we drift off. And then I think on this particular one, I'm like, okay, you know what? I will ask one of our best friends that what's her deal. Like, when I mean what's her deal, before I now like go for the
Make
attack.
the final
You
formal
understand? Like,
formal
yeah, you
attack.
understand. And then I now discovered when she brought the feedback, I discovered she said, oh, she said, her friend said, oh, well, that she likes one other guy that is not in the country. I'm like, you know what? That's where she lost me. You see how? So in my head, I'm like, okay,
What
I
if
don't
you're
know.
able to convince her? You can win over. That's what women want. Ladies, am I speaking your mind?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she probably just thought afterwards that this guy is not serious because I just say, you know what? When I heard that, I just say, you know what? Okay, nah.
Because
And
yeah, go
the
on, go on.
the reason behind that is that I learned from experience. So
Mm.
she's not the first person that is actually liking somebody else that is in another country. You understand?
Mhm.
And in those cases, just like that other one, they didn't end up together. So, but then it went on and on and on and on. They kept like maybe deceiving I won't say deceiving each other, but having conversations, trying to know what the
Eventually,
future is going to look like. You understand? And I'm like, that's a lot of like, yeah, a lot of some guys will use that as a means to like, you know what, insert
that's how
themselves.
I feel like maybe you can win the contract.
See, yeah, I'm not in that mood anymore, man. My priorities have
This
shifted.
is what we are seeing. This is what we are talking about. Like, just like I mean, I'm okay regardless. Like, but they say you miss 100% of the
Of the
shots you don't.
short you don't take.
I want to change it. You miss 100%. I know. How do I now change? I want to flip it.
You
You
reach
take
0%
you
of
take the 100%. I want to be flipping up my motivational quotes now.
who knows, man. It might eventually make sense.
You
You
take
might
you
eventually
take
find one
100% of your shots you don't miss.
you don't miss. Which actually makes sense in
Makes
reverse.
sense. You take
Alindro,
100%,
which actually makes sense. You think what?
100% short of what you don't miss. Or what did I even say?
Come back. We'll circle back on this. But ideally, man, I just feel like I'm not in that headspace that I should be fighting for something else other than just like
You should come easy,
my
basically.
goals. Like, yeah, you understand what I'm saying. So I think I'm more focused on that rather than fighting amidst like other men for the attention of a woman.
This is
I'm
not
sorry.
the Stone Age when people will come to battlefield and
Yeah, because already they're already at a place where they are working. They are showing workings already. They are fighting already. It's their job. It's so easy to say, okay, I'm doing this for a lady. You understand what I'm saying? So who am I? I beg. Who am I?
interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this old divide is just,
It's a crazy debate. I don't see.
and it's going to get more wide. Should
Mhm.
I say, like
Yeah,
with
it is
with
because
time?
a lot of people are missing an opportunity to actually bond with people on time.
Hmm, that's another.
Because yeah, on time. Because trust me, like if you're in your 30s, man, you start wondering that what if all those my exes, all those relationships that didn't work, I actually took time. I put in more effort to make it work. Because now I'm in my 30s, it's even now hard to see
Uh,
somebody.
and so the story is different now.
The story is different. Like
You are being careful. You don't want to get in the wrong
if I,
mix.
yeah,
And
your heart is not guided because then
yeah,
again you're like, oh, past experience, you're
and that's one
overthinking
thing you
stuff.
don't want to ignore. Like you were
Ah,
saying the other time, like
mm-hmm.
especially if some things are like patterns. This one, I know where it ends. This one, I know where it ends. So when I see it again, I'm not even going to second guess myself. I'm not going to try and say maybe this. I'm just going to make that conclusion and say, you know what, this is most likely going to end up here. No chances. No, I'm not going to be playing with my life here.
You understand? So I wish not. That's the thing. I think we can also live in regret as well. But at some point in time, it's going to occur to us that okay, what if I actually took that time to put in more
Oh
effort
yeah,
or invest more effort
yeah.
in those
To
relationships that
actually
didn't
make
work?
it work. Yeah.
hmm But because right now I'm in my
Unless it's like
thirties,
a situation that was not meant to work in the first,
that's not
like
meant to
like
work. Yeah,
very critical, bad situations. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there are those
Obviously,
thoughts like,
obviously.
oh, maybe I could have.
Look at us dropping gems. And they won't know that it's only one of us that is in a relationship.
Now we don't. You guys guess who is in a
Only you guys
relationship.
get with the relationship.
I will leave you to determine that. So, yeah,
Oh man, this has been a fun one
it's
because I feel like it's one of those that I mean already people can actually guess what the
the whole conversation is is
and then
is
we're gonna put it in
really,
the caption as well. So
yeah. I think it's a good point to wrap. What do you think?
oh yeah, definitely. I don't think there's any more stuff
Is
that
there
I
any
want
more?
to add.
Let's not drag it, and
Let's not drag it, I beg.
we hope you enjoyed the conversation. We'll continue to bring you exciting, insightful, and thought-provoking conversations. But
Mm,
please, once again, subscribe, share, spread the gospel.
mhm.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. And that's how we're going to grow. Also, gives us
Yeah.
more uh encouragement to keep going. So we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.